it's been vital important, particularly important when Michael Carrick's not playing.
When you're on a second yellow card and you're chasing Hazard, you do need to be more careful. Even if that wasn't a second yellow.
Yeah. Honestly, Statman Dave, can you name me 5 games? No, 5 games where he's been brilliant this year.
He knew it was such an important game, didn't have to give him the yellow card, second yellow card, and ruin the game.
Look at the first 15 minutes. That's all I'm saying to all the United fans. Look at the first 15 minutes.
Just outside Stamford Bridge, and I've pulled in my main man, John, to talk about the game. John, what do you think of that performance?
It was good, really. I thought we played well, considering we were down to 10 men for such a long period of the game. Maybe De Gea could have done better with the goal that they scored, because it was from a long way out, actually. So, but it's a creditable result, considering we got thrashed here earlier in the season, and the most important game we've got coming up is this Thursday.
Is that what you think in terms of the rest of the season? The Europa League is vital for Manchester United?
It is absolutely vital, because difficult to get into the top 4, and the Europa League is the way back into the Champions League. So it's most important that we get through on Thursday and progress to the last next round of the Europa League.
I couldn't agree more. In terms of like Lyon, Roma, they're playing each other. There's not many competitors left for Manchester United, and like you said, it's easier to get back into that top 4. What do you think of Mourinho's performance today? Tactically, I thought Man United were very good. What was your opinions?
I thought he got it absolutely right from the start. We started the way we did in Rostov with a back 4, and then an attempt to. The problem we had was that we couldn't get either Valencia or Ashley Young down the wings and to support the striker, and that was the difficulty that we found ourselves in.
And Herrera's red card was, changed the game. How important has he been to United this season?
It's been vital important, particularly important when Michael Carrick's not playing. He really is an important player for us.
He's becoming the heartbeat of the side and irreplaceable. In terms of the summer, Michael Carrick, do you think United need to bring someone in, another player from another league?
Well, yes. I mean, a lot of us feel that Sneijderlin could have done that job, but he's gone now, so Mourinho will have to look for somebody else.
Let's finish this up. What do you think of Mourinho's first season at Manchester United? Are you happy with him? Are you happy with the progress?
You can hear the supporters. How many times did, in the last 3 years, did we sing Moyes' name or Van Gaal's name like we sing Mourinho's name? That's the way the fans think about him. He's doing an absolutely fabulous job for United.
Something tells me we're into something good.
Something good.
Statman Dave here with John, just outside the ground. John, it's a season ticket holder at Manchester United. John, what do you think of the refereeing performance tonight?
Rubbish. He knew it was such an important game, didn't have to give him the yellow card, second yellow card, and ruin the game. Total, everyone's looking for this game for months and months. Total ruin the game.
John, for me it was poor management, game management from the referee. Do you think he could have handled it a bit better, maybe giving him a bit of ticking off, saying do that again?
Yeah. And we had players short up front. We're lacking at strikers up front. Great performance. Mourinho's the man. He's the man. We'll come back. We'll be good.
He's changed Manchester United for the better in terms of how United have created chances, how they've defended. New Fergie. How long do you reckon Mourinho could stay at Manchester United for?
5 years at least, minimum.
5 years.
This is where he's always wanted to be.
At Manchester United.
Love him.
I am with my boy James. James, what are you saying about the game?
I thought United played really well, to be fair, considering all the injuries. I thought good performance.
It was an interesting one. Marcus Rashford sneaking down in a car, undetected, and started up front. What do you think of his performance?
I think typical Mourinho, playing the mind games. I think, trying to do something a bit different, really.
It's kind of like Ferguson-esque. Mourinho pretending the player's ill, then throwing him on. In terms of the setup, did you think United played well? The backs, it looked like a back 6 at times. Were you happy with that?
To be honest with you, I don't think we really had a chance to play well with the Herrera sending off. I think that sort of changed the game big time. So I think that's, like I said, that changed the game. So after that, it was
game over.
Yeah, game over pretty much. But
for me, United defended so well, and in terms of the centre halves, they played brilliantly. But it was that loss in central midfield that cost United. What do you think United need to do against Rostov? Do you think we go out 4-2-3-1? We go out and we attack Rostov? Do we beat him?
I think, to be fair, I think we should play a different lineup. I don't think they're as good a team, so I think we can play a more attacking lineup against them. I think we'll be all right, to be fair. So
100%. The likes of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. How pivotal is this season? He scored 33% of United's goals in all competitions. How important is the big Swede?
I knew straight away, as soon as he was out, I didn't think we'd win, to be honest with you. Everything good's been coming through him, so...
It's an interesting one when Zlatan doesn't play well, United don't play well. Do you think that Mourinho could have done anything from the bench, bring Juan Mata on, let's say?
To be honest with you, I think the team he picked was the best that he could have in the bad situation, so...
Making the best out of bad situation, Jose Mourinho once again. Are we going to win the Europa League? A last thought.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, signed, sealed, and absolutely delivered. Statman Dave again, back outside Stamford Bridge. I'm with Lewis from World of Lewis. Lewis, how are you feeling?
A bit distraught. I mean, the first half, I think we played really well up to the first 10 minutes. We dominated the game. No one take anything away from that. Played really well, and then Chelsea sort of, got into it up until the first half. We were all right going into the first half. I thought at first we'd be like maybe 1 or 2-0 down at half time. So we did well to get up to half time, but then we started the second half a bit lively, but then from the 50 minutes onwards, we just, we didn't get really a touch until Rashford got that massive chance, where he should have put it away. But at the end of the day, it's coming to Stamford Bridge. Got battered 4-0 back in October, and with not really a strong team that we, first half obviously with Martial and Rooney out, 1-0 is a good result.
It's respectable. It's like you mentioned, the 4-0, we got absolutely hammered. We were shocking in midfield, and we played better. Who was your man of the match today from Manchester United?
It's tough.
Marcus Rojo played quite well. Phil Jones did a good job on Eden Hazard. Marcus Rashford maybe for his youthfulness, his ability to break.
I'm going to give it to De Gea. I think
that is a great shout.
He made lots of stories say probably 2-0 down in the first half if it wasn't for De Gea. Nothing really he could do about the Kante goal. I think that was kind of a curler. He really got to it, but for me it's David De Gea, and give him full credit.
Definitely David De Gea, brilliant. That stop was unbelievable, that reaction save. What are you looking for this Thursday night? Are we going to beat Rostov?
It depends what team Mourinho picks. Obviously, we have Ibrahimovic back, Martial, Rooney might be back again, but we should beat Rostov. I mean, it's good to get a draw. I know they're not really a good team, but on a pitch like that, it's a good result. So we just got to take the advantage of the away-home rule. So if we get a goal at home, then I think we can go on to win. Obviously, Rostov have got a goal, and we just need to keep it tight at Old Trafford. So pretty nervous for that game.
We're outside Stamford Bridge. We're breaking down Man United versus Chelsea in the FA Cup. I'm with my man Josh. Josh, what do you think of the game?
We played well. We could have. I'm kind of speechless, but we played well. I'm not happy with the Herrera. Nah, man. I don't know what to say, man. It's one of those things where I feel like
it changed the game. How important has Herrera been to Manchester United this season? For me, he's one of the most underrated players in the Premier League.
When we first got Herrera, I wasn't really a big fan of him. I wasn't. But in the last 2 seasons, he's showed that he's a key player for us. Yeah. And
the ref killed it. The ref absolutely killed it. Dodgy. Game management poor yellow card, and the Herrera, didn't have anything to stand on. What do you think of United's comeback, though? What did Mourinho get it right in trying to change the game after that red card?
I think we should have brought him out.
I agree 100%.
Rashford, he played well today as well. Rashford, it just shows you in the next couple of seasons, Rashford might be, a top striker.
How good can he get? What player would you liken him to?
He could be an next Rooney, man. Definitely. Why not? You look how he played today. Yeah. It's just a shame what happened. So
really was. He was waiting on the counter attack. He was looking to get the ball, and he just couldn't get it. In terms of Mourinho, are you happy as a United fan to have Mourinho as manager? Because there was a lot of Mourinho's red and white army, Jose Mourinho going around the fans today. Are you happy? Are you happy United fan?
Yeah, of course I am. I think Mourinho is probably the best manager we can have at the moment. It's still early days, so we can't be too judgmental. But I'm devastated, man. To be honest, we could have won it, man. Yeah. If Herrera stayed on,
game changer. We hit Chelsea on the break, game over.
Look at the first 15 minutes. That's all I'm saying to all the United fans. Look at the first 15 minutes.
As a player that's only 23 years old, I've been 23 once. I was an idiot when I was 23. Is it Paul Pogba's decision making that's letting him down?
I don't know what's letting him down here, to be honest. I don't know what's letting him down. Is it confidence? I honestly don't know, because, honestly, Statman Dave, can you name me 5 games? No, 5 games where he's been brilliant this year.
Right. Crystal Palace away, Swansea away, Southampton at home, Liverpool away.
Seriously? Look,
So the Liverpool one was more of a tactical thing, and I quite liked his performance against Watford in the 4-2-3-1, where he sat a bit deeper. You didn't notice him in the game. He just got his job done. 5 games, is that all right for you?
No. 4 goals out of 25 games, but that's not good enough. Now, I have bones to pick with at least 6 people today. Herrera, Rashford, if you were sick and you continue to play, thank you. However, you are the future of this club, and you are probably the best 19-year-old in the world, and I did expect you to score, but you didn't, so...
Oh, but he did so well. Like, that run was fantastic. He destroyed David Luiz. He destroyed Gary Cahill. Is his finishing, though, letting him down this season? Last season we saw him score everything. This season we're seeing him miss chances. Do you think it's a mental thing? Do you think it's something that's just catching up with him?
I think it was a Mourinho thing, if I'm being honest with you. I think it's a Mourinho thing. But next year... But, you know, he's only 19. Yeah. I'm 19, so I can't talk.
You're a young lad.
Young lad. So, yeah, I'm gonna be easy on Rashford, but he'll be good next year. Now, part 3. David De Gea.
What a performance.
Brilliant. He was our man of the match today, in my opinion. Man of the match. But when at that goal,
I think it's an interesting one. It's one where you can blame David De Gea for not getting over there, but also there was no pressure on the ball. And that was quite poor from United. They had the block back, nobody stepped up. I don't think I can blame De Gea there. I can't pick him out and do it. You know, the fantastic save he made in the first half.
He's our man of the match, but in my opinion, as the best goalkeeper, I thought I was not expecting it to go in. But like I said, he was our best player, so he gets a pass.
Sometimes he's human.
Yeah, exactly. Number 4, Mourinho. Now, either Mkhitaryan was not fit, or I don't know.
There was reports where he couldn't play the full time. There's reports everywhere, mate. Mourinho's spinning whatever he wants to spin. You've got to believe him.
I can only see with my eyes, and you took off our best attacking player. Exactly. Yeah. He looked very fresh, and he took him off for Fellaini. That's no. You should have taken off Darmian, put on Fellaini. I don't mind.
I couldn't agree more. To be quite honest, if United at that point had switched to 3 at the back, 4 in midfield. Mkhitaryan off Rashford. United had a little bit more on the break.
Thank you.
It's frustrating. The 4-0 was a big hit. Today was a big hit. But next season, Manchester United will come to this place. We'll look at it right now. And we will leave victorious. Isn't that right? What's the score going to be next season?
I don't know.
A very disappointing game for Manchester United, losing 1-0 to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. I'm with Huzzy. We're going to break it down. Big Michael Carrick fan. Was Michael Carrick needed in a game like this to sort of control the tempo, to sit in front of the back 4 and just distribute the ball?
I think he should have been brought on towards the maybe 60th minute, 70th minute, when we weren't really bringing the ball forward, because, you know, everyone knows how good he is at picking out a pass and, you know, finding people. He could have put a good ball in for Rashford to run onto. But I think defensively we've done okay, but that red card, you know, just ruined the whole game plan for us. But, you know, Marcos Rojo, he had an excellent game today. And but again, Smalling, when we got defeated at 4-0, he was probably the worst one in defence, and today he was quite shaky as well. You know, at times you just get the ball, you didn't know what to do with it. Maybe too much pressure from the Chelsea players, but, you know, yeah, I think Carrick he would have been good towards the end, but I don't know why Mourinho didn't bring him on.
It was an interesting one, you know, the substitutions. He had the 1 man left, you know, he didn't use it. In terms of Marcos Rojo, though, this season, for me, I completely destroyed him at the start of the year. He's got to be sold and all sorts, but he's shown me wrong. How good was he tonight?
He was very good. You know, he was our Diego Costa in defence. Yeah. And what I mean by that is he was ruthless. You know, you could see he was getting on Costa's back all the time. Yeah. And I thought them two would, you know, have an actual physical fight by the looks of it. But, yeah, he did a good job on Diego Costa. But, you know, Hazard is world class, and I think everyone struggled to deal with him. And with the Herrera red card, I actually can't remember the first the foul for the first yellow card, but when you're on a second yellow card and you're chasing Hazard, you do need to be more careful. Even if that wasn't a second yellow, which I don't really know if it was or not. But even if it wasn't, you need to be more careful. You know how fast he is, but yeah, that ruined it for us. But if he'd stayed on, I think the whole game would have been totally different.
It's interesting analysis. Yeah, I kind of agree. He's got to be a little bit smarter in those situations, but for Ander Herrera this season, he's really set the tempo for United in the defensive state, jumping out the formation and starting the press. So important. Do you think that him and Pogba can be a good midfield behind someone like Antoine Griezmann if he's brought in the summer?
Yeah, but I was watching FullTimeDEVILS preview for this game, and also
Make sure you subscribe.
Yep, subscribe. And I was watching. I watched a bit of Stephen Howson's preview for this game as well, and he actually mentioned on there that this battle between Herrera and Kante, you see that Kante's a bit more calm, but Herrera's got more of a sting. And as soon as he said that, and I saw Herrera got sent off, that's what came to mind. You saw how calm Herrera was. He pushed that one push off Rashford off the board. It seems so effortless what he does, but with Herrera, he lunges into tackles. Sometimes I like that about him, but then when he does it and it comes out and it's good, then you think, oh, it's a good thing. But then when he comes out, just calm it down a little. But Pogba, as you mentioned him, I don't know when he's going to turn up in a big game. I'm constantly standing up for him that he's young and stuff, but he's 23,
I wouldn't worry about it. You see it at Juventus, the game against Napoli, first versus second, he scores a worldie from outside the area. He just needs time. I don't worry about him at all. From me to you, Hussey's going to be okay. In terms of United this season, are you happy with Jose Mourinho? Do you think United are pushing on the right way? The EFL Cup final win, that was a big trophy at Wembley. Obviously not this one, we're not going to retain the FA Cup, but we've got the Europa League.
Yeah, as the chant goes, Jose is playing the way that United should, and he's definitely improving us. Aside from the scoreline, and before the red card, the performance, it was excellent. He won it. I think he did very good with the tactics today, and if you excuse the red card, then it was a very good performance. He was ready. He knew what to do to hit them on the counter and whatnot, and you can see that he's doing well. He's taking us forward.
He's improving Manchester United, and I kind of agree. How he set the back six up in a way it looked to deal with the Chelsea wing backs. They were nullified. United played really well, and it was just frustrating, that red card. How much of an impact was that red card? Was it game over? As soon as that red card came in your head, did it go, this is gone? Or do you have belief?
I was surprised because as he played 3 or 5 at the back for the first time against Rostov last week, I was thinking you've only got one actual match to prepare to play this formation for the second time in your life. How well is he going to pull it off? And I was a bit worried because, obviously they must have practiced it in training, but one actual match in it, I thought it would be difficult, but they did well. And I think with that Herrera red card, he just brought Fellaini on straight away. I think he should have given it a bit of time just to see how Mkhitaryan does. But
it's a difficult one. Mkhitaryan apparently not match fit. But next season, are Manchester United going to win the Premier League? We've come to Chelsea. We've lost 1-0. They are currently top of the Premier League. Have we got enough to sign 1 or 2 players and be competitive for the title next year?
I think we may need a bit more than that. We would certainly challenge for the title, I can guarantee that, but I'm not sure if we'll win it. But, you saw today we didn't have Zlatan, and we need someone. Everyone's talking about Griezmann, but I think we need a leader who can take Zlatan's place just for that mentality bit, because even if it's not ability, but we need a leader on the pitch. Today we're missing Rooney as well. And with Pogba, I don't really know, you assured me he's going to do well, but today it was Pogba versus Kante, and you saw that it's not the size of the player in the fight, it's the size of the fight and the player. And I don't know if it's just the way he plays, and I'm not really looking at it properly, but he seems like he just doesn't put enough effort in the big games. He gets pushed off the ball. He's so tall, and you look at him, you think he's strong, but he gets pushed off the ball so easily. And you're 1 man down, and you've got 10 men. You're sitting back. You need someone like that. You paid 89 million for him. I know he didn't set the price tag himself, but you need someone like him to step up and win the game for you, or at least put some effort.
He had a big chance. He had a massive chance towards the end of the game and probably should have scored it. In terms of leaders, you talk of leaders without Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Could someone like Bonucci from Juventus come to Manchester United, step up Manchester United's centre-backs, partner himself with someone like Rojo, with Smalling? Is that going to be a combination that could win United the league?
Yeah, that could be good, but then you've got a leader at the back, which I think we do need, but then at the front, I think Rooney will be sadly... Yeah, and he's the only leader apart from Zlatan that we have up front. Rashford's young, Martial's young, Lingard's young, so I think we need someone to replace Zlatan. I think we need more than just 2 players in the summer. Or maybe not this summer, but if we want to win the title, I think we need at least 3-4 players.
There's some work to do for Jose Mourinho, but he does have the off-season to work with the players. Anyway, thanks, Dorsey, for joining us today. Make sure you subscribe to Full Time Devils. That's been that.